You think you said it right, but the look on their face says otherwise. English speakers make the same Spanish mistakes over and over without even knowing it. Today, we are fixing all of them.
Welcome back to English and Spanish Cafe. I am your host, and with me today is my co-host joining us all the way from Spain.
Hola, everyone. I am very excited about today because I hear these mistakes all the time from English speakers learning Spanish. And the beautiful thing is that every single one of them is very easy to fix once you know what to watch out for.
Today, we are going through the 10 most common Spanish mistakes that English speakers make. We will show you the wrong way, explain why it happens, and then give you the correct version with a real-life example you can use immediately.
No judgment here. These mistakes happen because English and Spanish think differently. Once you understand why, you will never make them again.
We are starting with the most important one first, and trust me, this one matters a lot.
Many English speakers say estoy caliente when they mean I am hot because of the weather. But estoy caliente in Spanish actually means something very different. It means I am feeling romantic, not hot from the sun. So please never say this to a stranger.
The correct phrase is tengo calor. I have heat. Tengo calor. Say it with me. Tengo calor.
Tengo calor. I am hot. And the same rule applies to cold. Never say estoy frío. Say tengo frío instead. Tengo frío means I am cold. Same structure. Always tengo for temperature feelings.
This is a grammar mistake that almost every beginner makes, mixing up muy and mucho.
Muy means very and goes before adjectives. Muy bueno, very good. Muy interesante, very interesting. Mucho means a lot and goes before nouns or after verbs. Me gusta mucho, I like it a lot. Mucho trabajo, a lot of work. The mistake happens when people say muy mucho together. That combination does not exist in Spanish.
Repeat the correct versions. Muy bueno. Me gusta mucho.
Muy is for adjectives. Mucho is for nouns and verbs. Keep them separate and you will never mix them up again.
This one does not exist in English at all, which is exactly why English speakers always forget it.
In Spanish, when the object of your sentence is a specific person, you must add the word a before them. Veo a Maria. I see Maria. Llamo a my madre. I call my mother. If you say veo Maria without the a, it sounds unnatural and incomplete to a native Spanish speaker. The a is small, but it matters a lot.
Repeat. Veo a Maria. Llamo a my madre.
Anytime the thing you are doing something to is a specific person, add a before their name or title. That small word makes your Spanish sound instantly more natural and correct.
This one is a classic, and it is one that causes a lot of confusion and sometimes a lot of laughter.
Embarazada means pregnant, not embarrassed. So if you are trying to say I am embarrassed and you say estoy embarazada, you are actually telling everyone you are pregnant. The word for embarrassed in Spanish is avergonzado or avergonzada. Estoy avergonzado. I am embarrassed.
Repeat the correct phrase for embarrassed. Estoy avergonzado. Estoy avergonzado.
And estoy embarazada means I am pregnant. Two very different sentences. Please never confuse them, especially not in a professional setting.
Another false friend, and another one that can create a very awkward moment if you are not careful.
Excitado in Spanish does not mean excited in the happy sense. It has a very different meaning that is not appropriate for most conversations. If you want to say you are excited about something, you say estoy emocionado or qué emocionante. I am thrilled. How exciting.
Repeat the correct version. Estoy emocionado. Qué emocionante.
Estoy emocionado means I am excited in the joyful, enthusiastic sense. Use this one every time. And qué emocionado means how exciting. Both are completely natural and safe to use in any situation.
We are halfway through, and these mistakes are already making your Spanish so much more natural. If this episode is helping you, please subscribe to English and Spanish Cafe right now. New episodes every single week, all made for learners exactly like you.
Leave a like too. It helps so many more people find us and avoid these same mistakes. We really appreciate every single one.
5 more mistakes. These are the ones that even intermediate learners get wrong. Let us keep going. This is probably the most famous Spanish challenge for English speakers. 2 verbs that both mean to be. Ser and estar.
Ser is for permanent things. Soy americano. I am American. Soy médico. I am a doctor. Estar is for temporary states. Estoy cansado. I am tired. Estoy en México. I am in Mexico. The most common mistake is using ser when you should use estar, or the other way around. Soy enfermo sounds very unnatural. The correct phrase is estoy enfermo. I am sick, because being sick is temporary.
Repeat. Soy americano. Estoy enfermo.
Permanent equals ser. Temporary equals estar. Keep that one rule in your head, and you will make the right choice most of the time. It takes practice, but that simple rule gets you very far, very fast.
In English, adjectives never change. A good restaurant, a good day, a good idea. Good stays the same every time. In Spanish, it does not work that way.
In Spanish, adjectives must agree with the gender of the noun they describe. Un restaurante bueno, a good restaurant. Una idea buena, a good idea. The adjective changes its ending depending on whether the noun is masculine or feminine. Masculine nouns usually end in O. Feminine nouns usually end in A. This is one of the most common mistakes beginners make and one of the most noticeable ones to native speakers.
Repeat. Un restaurante bueno. Una idea buena.
It becomes natural with practice. Just remember that in Spanish, everything has a gender, and your adjectives always need to match. Start noticing it in every sentence you hear, and you will pick it up faster than you think.
This one catches almost every English speaker at some point, even people who have been learning Spanish for years.
In English, you say, I like pizza. In Spanish, the structure is completely different. You say, me gusta la pizza, which literally means pizza is pleasing to me. The subject of the sentence is the pizza, not you. So the verb must agree with pizza, not with I. Me gusta for singular things, me gustan for plural things. Me gusta el café. I like coffee. Me gustan las tapas. I like tapas.
Repeat. Me gusta el café. Me gustan las tapas.
Me gusta for one thing. Me gustan for more than one thing. Once this clicks, it becomes completely automatic, and it is one of the most satisfying moments in learning Spanish when it finally does.
This one is a subtle but important distinction that changes the meaning of your sentence completely.
Estoy aburrido means I am bored right now. Es aburrido means it is boring. The mistake happens when people want to say the movie is boring, and they say estoy aburrido instead of es aburrido. Estoy aburrido says something about your current state.
es aburrido says something about the thing itself. So if you want to say the class is boring, you say la clase es aburrida, not estoy aburrido.
Repeat. Estoy aburrido. La clase es aburrida.
Estoy aburrido. I am bored. La clase es aburrida. The class is boring. Two different sentences with two very different meanings. Now you will never confuse them again.
And our final mistake. This one is all about pronunciation. And it is one that immediately gives away an English speaker every single time.
In Spanish, the letter H is always completely silent. Always, no exceptions. Hola is not pronounced with an H sound. It is just hola. Hotel is not hotel. It is hotel. Hablar is not hablar. It is hablar. English speakers almost always add a small H sound at the beginning because that is what H does in English. But in Spanish, it does absolutely nothing. It is invisible.
Repeat without the H sound. Hola. Hablar. Hotel.
Hola, hablar, hotel. No H sound ever. From now on, every time you see H at the start of a Spanish word, pretend it is not there. Your Spanish will instantly sound more natural and authentic to every native speaker who hears you.
Final recap. I give you the version in English, you tell me the correct Spanish phrase before the answer comes. Ready? Let us go. I am hot because of the weather.
Tengo calor.
I like it very much.
Me gusta mucho.
I see Maria with the personal A.
Veo a María.
I am embarrassed, not pregnant.
Estoy avergonzado.
I am excited about the trip.
Estoy emocionado.
I am sick. Temporary state.
Estoy enfermo.
A good idea. Feminine noun.
Una idea buena.
I like tapas. More than one thing.
Me gustan las tapas.
The class is boring.
La clase es aburrida.
Hello. Silent H.
Hola.
Making mistakes is not a sign that you are bad at Spanish. It is a sign that you are learning. Every single mistake you just heard today is one that millions of people have made before you. And now that you know them, you are already ahead of where most beginners are.
In Spain and across Latin America, native speakers genuinely love hearing someone try. Your effort always matters more than your perfection. But knowing these 10 corrections will make your Spanish feel so much more natural and confident from this point forward.
Your challenge today? Go to the comments and tell us honestly which mistake you have been making. No judgment. We have all been there. Write it in Spanish if you can. We want to see it.
We read every single comment, every one, and we would love to hear from you today.
Subscribe to English and Spanish Cafe, leave a like, and share this with someone who is learning Spanish right now. It will save them from a lot of awkward moments.
Hasta luego, amigos.
See you in the next one.